Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So, the Wall Street Journal just spoke to some voters who went for Donald Trump in 2024, and most of them are pissed off about the economy. So, again, this is the Wall Street Journal. This is coming from a Trump aligned publication, from a publication that is conservative, that is owned by Rupert Murdoch, Mr. Fox News himself. So they quoted the Cook Political Report, which found that 61% of voters disapprove of Donald Trump's handling of the economy. And then they spoke with voters who basically confirmed this, that confirmed, yeah, this is what I'm pissed off about. This is why I'm unhappy with him because of the economy. So, for instance, they spoke with a 49-year-old bus driver. It's a guy named Truman Lyon. He is from Illinois, Chicago, Illinois. He hadn't voted for a president, he said, since 2008. So this guy waits all those years, like almost 20 years, and then votes. He voted for Obama back then, 2008, waits until 2024 and votes for Donald freaking Trump. I mean, talk about having the worst timing and like just bad judgment. So anyway, he said that he thought Trump would, quote, fight harder for average Americans with the cost of living. And then he told the Wall Street Journal this. He said, bringing prices down, that should have been a priority. I don't think he's making the average American citizen the priority. And then he went on to say that he's also pissed off about the Iran war. He's mad about rising gas prices. And he said, what did he say? I'm the president of no wars. And then now Lyon is saying that he feels, quote, horrible about his vote. And he says, I regret it. So then they spoke with a retired airline captain. It's a guy from New Hampshire. His name is Jim Dubella. Now, this Dubella guy said, I'm fine. Like, I am financially secure. But he said he gave Donald Trump a grade of a C because he failed to rein in spending, and he's driving prices up with tariffs. Also, because of the Iran war, he said he's directing attention away from our affordability crisis. So here's the segment they did on him. Dubilla said he's angry that his home heating costs also have just increased $900 recently. So then the not Washington Post, the Wall Street Journal spoke with another man. It's a 72-year-old Massachusetts man named John Schultz. So Schultz is a marketing consultant. He said he's also doing okay financially, but he was complaining about his daughter. So he has a 32-year-old daughter who's really struggling financially. And so he's having to help her because she's trying to start her own business, and Donald Trump's decisions are just screwing her over right now. And Schultz said he's concerned about the war. He's also concerned about the tariffs, increasing inflation. He said he's now angry at both parties because they both keep spending. And he said that, Donald Trump's tariffs, that they're going, and the war are going to damage our relationships with our allies. So he's pissed off about all of that. Pretty much, what every American is pissed off about at this point. So there's another Trump voter they spoke with. It was a 70-year-old named Chris Delzio. He's from Florida. He said he's also financially secure, but he's pissed off about the war. So Delzio complained to the Wall Street Journal, Trump promised to focus on America. He's not. He's focusing abroad. He's breaking his promises. And here's what Delzio told them. He said, we're going to spend the money here, no foreign wars. We're going to rebuild the country. And that's all I wanted to hear. That was music to my ears. The amount of money spent on these wars just really makes you want to cry. So Delzio is saying that, I consider myself to be a conservative, but now I'm disillusioned with both parties. So I'm probably not going to vote in the midterms. So Florida man, not going to vote in the midterms. Now, I will say the Wall Street Journal did speak with three Trump voters, 2024 voters, who are happy with him. So there was a woman that they spoke with, and then they also spoke with a couple. So this couple, they're semi-retired, they're from Texas, Jack and Maria Klein, and they both think, "Oh, the economy is doing great. We think it's going great because our stock portfolio is up." So here they are. So Jack Klein told the Wall Street Journal that Trump has, quote, "exceeded his expectations," and, quote, "it's been a boon to me and it sets my mind at ease and it gives me the freedom to do things like travel without concern." And then his delusional wife that you see there, she said, quote, "I think the economy is going to get much better. Not that it's bad right now. As soon as we get Iran in their place." Yeah. You know, as we're bombing them again, as we're literally hitting them with airstrikes, as they're closing the Strait of Hormuz again, and oil prices are skyrocketing. Unbelievable. And this is the issue, guys. We have two different Americas right now. This is the tale of two different Americas. Not only are we getting our news from two completely different sources that do not even remotely sound alike, that are like so from completely different worlds. But check this out. So I thought this was really interesting. I put these two articles side by side. These are both articles from last month, and these articles pretty much sum up what's going on in our country and why the Trump administration and everybody around him thinks, "Oh, he's doing great. The polling is just fake." Okay. If you look on the right, you'll see this was a report from June 4th. I think this was in the New York Times. I don't remember. But anyway, it says ballroom donors won 50 billion in contracts after giving to Trump project, watchdog group finds. That's on the right. About 2 weeks after that, you see this article on the left came out that's reporting that food pantries are freaking out. They don't know how they're going to help the people that are coming to them because they don't have enough resources. They don't have enough food for all of the struggling Americans. And these SNAP cuts, the food assistant cuts, are going to affect veterans, military veterans food assistance benefits. So, yeah, there are some Americans, the few, who are doing great, who have more than they need, but the vast majority are finding it harder and harder just to survive. This is what sparks revolutions. This is why people are more open to Democratic socialist candidates. Because, as I pointed out in a recent live stream, we are not in this position because of socialism. We are in this position because of capitalism. We don't have veterans losing food assistance because of socialism. They're going hungry because of capitalism. So the right can scream all they want. They can fearmonger about socialism and communism and, oh, these crazy people on the left. It rings hollow. It's going to fall on deaf ears when people are seeing how their lives are imploding, how their lives are deteriorating, how their way of life is deteriorating under capitalism, and how our government has become unbelievably and thoroughly corrupted because of capitalism. So if the elites in DC want to stop the rise of socialism, they better pull their heads out of their asses and they better start addressing the needs of the masses. Stop handing more to the people who need it the least and start helping average Americans. That's how you stop socialism, by actually implementing a few socialist policies. Anyway, there you go, guys. Please share this so other people can see. Because, yeah, Donald Trump and the Republican Party are in a world of hurt. whether they admit it or not, whether they want to admit it or not. So, thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if you possibly can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.